Hey everybody, this is Olga with AskYourSoul.org, and this one's probably going to be a quicker one. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about the fact that when it comes to conscious manifesting, you've probably heard this a lot, that for it to come true, one of the important things in the process is that once you have a goal, once you use whatever method you're using to manifest, you then have to let go of it and just pretend like it's not happening, nothing matters, everything's fine, no bigs. Otherwise, if you keep on thinking about this and ruminating and wondering what's going to happen, yada, 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 it's not going to come true. So here's my take on this. And I've tried it both ways where, I feel like the easiest way to not think about it is when you make a goal that doesn't really, really matter to you. So it's just something that you would prefer, but, whatever happens, happens. And you kind of put that manifestation out there. Like in my case, it's usually using SATs, state akin to sleep, or just visualization. But I try to do it before sleep anyway, because I just feel like it really works. Plus affirmations, like all that other good stuff. Anyway, so regardless of the method that I've used, a lot of my manifestations still came true, and I'm sure the rest of them will come true eventually too. But here's the thing. The ones that didn't really, really matter to me, for example, I kind of wanted this one person to reach out to me just because, it was more in terms of experimentation, and I think I was doing it more for the reminder of how fun these manifestations can be. And it was just honestly one of those things that I didn't really, I wasn't really that invested in. I just thought to myself, okay, it would be really cool if they reached out. And I imagined that scene where they reach out. And by the way, the funny thing is, I was imagining them texting me, but then instead they emailed me. So it's just interesting how manifestations often don't come to us the exact way that we want them to. Sometimes they do though. But regardless, the outcome that I wanted happened, and it only took, I feel like it was less than 2 months for that to happen. And this was one of those things that I didn't really even think about. I just had this imagined scene in my mind, and then that's it. I kind of forgot about it for a while. I thought about it a couple more times in that time period, but anytime I would think about it, I would just affirm to myself that, yeah, of course they're going to reach out, period. And then there are, of course, manifestations, often a lot bigger and more important, that it's nearly impossible to stop thinking about them. And you know what I'm talking about. When you really want something, it's not that easy to just let go and think that, okay, it's on its way. I'm going to sprinkle some magic dust over this and it's on its way. So here's the thing. Both of those manifestations came true, and both of them were about someone contacting me. But one of those people I really wanted to contact me, and the other one I didn't really care all that much. So they both happened, and it took about the same amount of time. I think it might have taken a little bit longer for the other person that I really wanted to contact me to do it, but not, it wasn't a significant time difference. Maybe a couple of weeks more. So I feel like here's the only reason why I think that this is so emphasized, and people say that you do have to let go of this idea in order for it to manifest. In a way, it's kind of true, but I think the main reason why is because anytime you're really obsessing about something, it's essentially, what is that telling you? It's telling you that you're not all that sure that this manifestation is actually going to come true, right? So you just keep on kind of thinking about it when is this going to happen? It still hasn't happened. Why is this not happening? Is it ever going to happen? So it's just this energy of doubt that surrounds the situation where you're constantly thinking about this manifestation coming true. It still does not mean that it's not going to come true, but I think it's really important to note that for it to come true, anytime you do think about it, don't feel bad, don't feel guilty, don't be well, that's it, it's not coming true now because I keep on thinking about it. No, that's not the point. The point is that anytime you start thinking about it again, all you have to do is you have to affirm to yourself that, yes, of course it's coming true. I know it's hard not to think about this because this is important to me, but regardless, the most important thing is that I know it's coming. It's on its way, period. There is nothing else that I need to know. So just anytime you have those thoughts or doubts or questions about when it's finally going to come in, don't feel bad, because I feel like if you start leaning toward that energy where you're doubting it and you're like, oh my God, like, why is this still not happening? Blah, blah, blah. You're just driving yourself crazy. And this is exactly what's postponing this manifestation from coming into your life. So it's not so much about not ever thinking about it, because trust me, I think we all do. Like, it's practically impossible. I mean, we're not monks, we're not some enlightened beings who literally don't even have things to manifest anymore because they're perfectly content in this world. No, we're just regular people who want to manifest shit, right? And so for that to happen, the most important thing that needs to happen is that you trust. You trust that it's going to happen. And it's going to happen. I know that a lot of people don't believe in divine timing, people who follow Neville's teachings, and that's totally fine. But personally, I do believe in divine timing. So I believe that it is going to happen in divine timing, but you're still manifesting it. That's it, So don't get too hung up on the fact that you haven't let it go. It's fine. Dude, seriously, chillax. It's totally fine. Just make sure anytime those thoughts pop up and you're starting to wonder why, when, how, you just tell yourself, listen, let's not get cray-cray about this. It's going to happen, okay? It's going to happen exactly when it's supposed to. It's going to happen sooner than later. What I want wants me. What I desire desires me. And just because I can't see it in my immediate 3D reality doesn't mean anything. It means that it's happening behind the scenes. Period. So that's really honestly all you need to affirm to yourself. And if you want to keep on reimagining the same visualization, for example, I think that's totally fine. I think that actually anchors it. And again, it's more than anything about you trusting that it is coming into your life than anything else. So when you catch yourself doubting your manifestation because it hasn't come in a while, you literally have to keep saying to yourself the same thing about the fact that it is coming true. Just because I don't see it doesn't mean it's not coming true. It means that there's a certain bridge of incidents that needs to take place before I actually see it in my reality. And me doubting it is definitely not helping. Me thinking about it may or may not be helping depending on how I think about it. So if you're thinking about it anyway, make sure that it's something positive. Make sure that it's reaffirming the fact that it's coming into your life. And it totally will. And sometimes it just takes longer. But that's okay, because honestly, what's better? For it to take longer and then to come in and you're going to be happy, or for that to never come into your life because you just keep on doubting it, you just keep on thinking that it's impossible? Of course, it's better for it to eventually come in. Maybe some time lag needs to happen for something else important to happen in your life, or for an important realization to happen for you. We just honestly never truly know why it happens in the time span that it does. So I feel like we really have to trust that it's only for our highest good. It's going to happen when it's supposed to, but don't doubt the fact that it will happen. It will come true. As long as deep in your heart, you believe that it's possible. And just a friendly reminder, anything is fucking possible, okay? Like, anything is fucking possible in this universe. You guys, I just feel like we're just so used to the way that we have lived our lives up until this point that it's hard for us to imagine that there is a different way. A completely different way, that there are infinite, think about it, infinite. We can't even truly grasp that concept with our brain, but there are infinite parallel realities that you could be living that are totally different from yours. It just takes a little bit of time for you to jump through a certain amount of parallel realities to get to the one where you would feel the most comfortable in and the happiest in. But it's there. It's out there. Anytime you doubt that, just look up. Look at the stars. I mean, how can you look at it and not marvel at this infinity that's right above our heads, It's just incredible. It's truly incredible. And I feel like we're so used to it that we kind of just underestimate it and we don't really think about it too much, but I encourage you to do that. And the same thing, if you look like under a microscope and you see this infinite number of tiny little beings or molecules or cells or whatever, like just think about everything that makes up our universe, our body, our air, everything around us and inside of us. It's truly incredible. And this abundance is it's unlimited. So just because we don't have it in our lives right now doesn't mean it doesn't exist, is what I'm trying to say. It's just a result of so many other things that have led us to this point. But the cool thing is, now that we're so aware of these teachings, now that we're actually using them in our lives to manifest some really cool shit, we are opening a door to a completely different reality, or like a multitude of realities that wouldn't have been otherwise possible. And this is why I really believe that we have this unlimited potential when it comes to manifesting, obviously within the parameters of our physical plane, but still, even those can sometimes be changed. Even those can be sometimes pushed a little bit. Yeah, anyway, I got to run, but thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this. Please believe in yourself. Please trust that you're hearing this message for a fucking reason. And sorry to cuss. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, I do it and then I just wonder, like, why did I just do it? But I just do it. Anyways, hope it's not too offensive to you little munchkins. But I really hope this instills a little bit more hope and trust in you that it's coming true. And if it's hard to believe right now, please trust that it's going to get easier. Everything will pass. This too shall pass, which is literally one of my favorite quotes, as cliche as it sounds, but it's true. This too shall pass, whether it's good or bad. So try to make the best of it. Try to make the best of the moment that you have, and know that what you desires you, and it's on its way to you, my little master manifester. Okay, now I'm doing the accents again. Yeah, it's definitely time to go. Okay, love you guys so much. Thank you for listening again. Bye.